Hi everyone, and welcome to Jane Talks Real. It's Slayer Sunday, where I'll be talking about and reviewing all the episodes of Buffy the Vampire Slayer in order. Today, I'm looking at Season 4, Episode 16, Who Are You? We begin the episode with Joyce talking to the police about Faith. She stood right next to you, Joyce, as she is wheeled away. Okay, so we don't get totally confused, for the rest of this review, while they're body swapped, I'm going to call Buffy's body inhabited by Faith, Faith, and Faith's body inhabited by Buffy, Buffy. Got that? Good. And into the credits we go. Joyce talks to Faith about Faith, and she doesn't appreciate the hug she gets, but does agree to spend time with her. Faith explores her new body in the bath and then in the mirror, having way too much fun parading about, while Buffy gives the hospital staff shit as she tries to escape, but is sedated. Willow hangs out with Tara, who questions why she's not been introduced to the others, but Willow says she likes having a separate friend that nobody knows about, and Tara is okay with it.
I am, you know. What? Yours?
Faith uses Joyce's credit card to book a flight before being called to Giles's, but Joyce is suspicious when Faith repeats an action she did before the body swap. Buffy is being transferred when the cop car is crashed into and the Watchers Council abduct her. Faith goes to see everyone, although she doesn't recognise Anya, and tells them that the Faith situation is taken care of, but Giles corrects her and says she's being shipped off to England, which Faith finds hilarious. After Willow shit-talks Faith, she daydreams about killing her. Uh-oh, that's a suspicious face. Faith goes to the Bronze to party, where she bumps into Spike and comes onto him, which he's kind of into and is mad that he is. Adam busts in on some vampires and insults their home before beheading one of them. But wait, if he ripped this guy's head off, then how come he has one when the body falls? Buffy wakes up to find this creepo being weird and tries to explain the situation, but nobody cares. While Willow shows Tara the bronze and sees Faith, so introduces her and then goes off to get a drink. So Faith takes the opportunity to break Tara's heart by talking about Oz. I miss you, Oz. Faith then goes outside where a vampire is nomming down on some girl, so she stakes him, and feels some type of way when the girl thanks her. One of the Watcher guys goes to sedate Buffy, so she grabs him to use him as leverage, but turns out he's expendable, and it seems so is their not-so-precious cargo, so she lets her hostage go. Tara tells Willow that she doesn't think Buffy is herself because her energy is fragmented.
Plus she's kind of mean.
And asks for one of her possessions and says there's a way to astral project to see if something's up. While Faith goes to Riley and is all over him, and it's weird AF and super uncomfortable to watch. Willow and Tara are all sweaty and panty doing the spell, and Willow seems to be enjoying herself. But Faith isn't, and she freaks out, asking Riley what he wants, before getting into an argument with Forrest the next morning. The Watchers guys go to kill Buffy, but she fights back and escapes, while Faith checks in at the airport, and Buffy scares the shit out of Giles. She tries to convince him that she's Buffy by bringing up the Fieral Demon fiasco, Olivia, graduation day, and band candy.
What? Do you want me to continue?
Actually, I beg you to stop.
When Willow bursts in, knowing the truth, and introduces Tara to Buffy for real this time, and they've conjured a shiny doodad that will switch the pair back. Giles gets a phone call about a hostage situation at a church, which Faith also learns about. While inside, Head Vamp says he's gonna start killing fools until God shows up, and outside, Riley takes charge. He meets Faith, who plans to go inside without him, and Giles and the girls rock up to the scene where he causes an amazing distraction.
Damn it, man, we have to get inside! Our families are in there, our mothers and tiny babies.
A fight breaks out in the church, everybody run, where one guy gets staked. One flees, only to run into Riley and burn up in the sun, and Head Vamp gets dusted from behind by Buffy, mirroring Mr. Trick's death in Consequences. The two Slayers then get into it, with Faith finding her own body disgusting. But guess what? You're getting it back! And she runs away. Buffy tells Riley that Faith has disappeared, he's mad he didn't realise that she wasn't herself, and Buffy is grossed out that they had sex. One Slayer fades into the other, and that's it. Okay, so there's much more to unpack in this episode after part 1 was kind of a bust. Obviously, I don't like Faith. She's so annoying, mean, and frankly a complete bitch. There was no reason for her to hurt Tara like that, and what she did to Riley is, in my opinion, rape in one way or another. It literally angers and grosses me out at the same time. I mean, I know people love Faith, my best friend included, and that's fine, but I can't stand her. However, there are some points where I see glimpses of what Faith should have been, like her freak-out rants, where amidst the anger you can see the vulnerability, and the genuine moments where she seems like she wants to change, like when the girl thanks her. I like her depth of character in these parts, but it's sadly overshadowed by just how annoying and bitchy I find her. I will say, however, that Sarah Michelle Gellar and Eliza Dushku did a great job of playing each other's characters. Dushku displaying Buffy's desperation and mannerisms, while Gellar shows Faith's anger and unhingedness to great effect. And performances like these are why I love body swap storylines. Tara is an important component in this episode, as she's the one who notices that Buffy isn't herself, despite not meeting her before. And on the flip side of that, Faith is the first to clock her and Willow's romantic connection. Speaking of, the relationship between the two intensifies, especially with the astral projection spell, which is very sexual, and I'm glad they're displaying a strong lesbian relationship on TV. Giles is a delight in this episode, and his distraction outside of the church may be my favourite of all his line deliveries across the whole show. Sadly, Xander and Anya disappeared partway through the episode, and Adam's appearance was a little pointless, except for drawing Faith to the church rather than her getting on the plane, which is important for her character. We have 5 more deaths to add to our count, all vampires. 1 beheaded by Adam, 1 staked by Faith in the alley, another staked by Faith in the church, 1 thrown into the sunlight by Riley, and finally 1 dusted from behind by Buffy. That brings our running total to 12 humans, 1 transformation, 13 vampires, 20 demons, and 1 werewolf. So there you have it. That was Who Are You? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, or come say hi on social media. If you enjoyed this video, then please hit that like button, it really does mean a lot, or consider subscribing if you want to be sired by my channel. Alternatively, feel free to check out my other YouTube channel, Jane Plays Games Badly. Thank you so much for watching, I'll speak to you soon, and don't let the vampires bite.